keep well?
Yes, quite well. And you?
Quite well as well.
Oh, I'm so pleased. Darling.
Yes, dear.
Eggs are a bit runny this morning. You know how the idea of oozing, gelatinous, embryonic poultry just puts me right off my foot.
Yes, dear.
Good, firm eggs. That's the ticket.
Yes, dear.
Well, we'll just put that all behind us then, shall we?
Of course, dear. Reginald?
Yes, darling.
There's something I'd like to discuss with you.
Yes, darling.
Something of a delicate nature.
Has the cat got stuck in the pool drain again?
No, dear, nothing like that.
Oh, good. Well, you've given me quite a start.
Actually, I wanted to discuss...
Yes, darling.
Reginald!
I'm all attention.
I'd like to discuss the affair you've been having with Judith Kensington.
What?
Your affair.
My affair?
With Judith Kensington.
Judith Kensington. Judith Kensington. Do I know a Judith Kensington?
Yes, dear.
Really?
She's your secretary, dear. Has been for 3 years now.
Oh, that Judith Kensington. Yes. Bells were ringing, I assure you. It's the tower that eluded me. And you're saying that I'm...
Having an affair with her.
Am I?
Yes, dear.
Are you sure?
Quite sure, yes.
I don't seem to recall having an affair with her. Perhaps there's some mistake.
I don't think so, dear.
Well, that is odd. For if I were a participant in an alleged extramarital liaison, I'm fairly certain I would have some recollection of it.
Perhaps your memory can be refreshed.
Let's hope not.
Perhaps you'd like to see some photographs.
Photographs?
Yes.
Photographs?
Yes.
Photographs of what, pray tell?
Photographs of you and Judith Kensington in the midst of what I can only imagine to be sexual congress. Of course, my own recollections with regard to that particular subject matter have grown quite cloudy with the passing of years. Still, I believe I can rightfully maintain that that is in fact what is transpiring.
And, how did you come by these, photographs?
I could say that they are currently on sale. 3 for £1 at the corner druggist. However, that would be in jest. Actually, they were taken by a private investigator that I engaged for that very purpose.
Oh. Well, I suppose I'd better have a look then. Oh, dear. Well, these are quite gratuitous, aren't they? A bit grainy, though, and the composition certainly leaves something to be desired.
True, and yet they still seem to capture the spirit of the proceedings, wouldn't you say?
Oh, undoubtedly, yes.
Here's my personal favourite.
Well, that is quite provocative, I must admit. Really seem to be enjoying themselves, whoever these two people may be.
Dear, isn't that your Cambridge tie being used to bind her arms to the bedpost?
Well, it does seem to be a Cambridge tie. I'll give you that. It's a rather large institution.
And I suppose that birthmark in the shape of a water buffalo belongs to some other chap.
Oh. That is a coincidence, I must admit. Although, it does seem to be more, bison-shaped. Wouldn't you say?
Oh, Reginald, would you stop?
Yes.
You've been having an affair with Judith Kensington.
Yes.
And what do you have to say for yourself?
Sorry?
I'm sure you can do better than that.
Well, it really wasn't my fault, you see. We were working late. She dropped her pen. I bent to pick it up, and well, one thing led to another.
One thing led to another. According to these photographs, one thing led to the indiscriminate penetration of all her bodily orifices.
Please, dear, the children.
We don't have any children.
Oh, yes.
I must confess I find the whole matter quite upsetting.
But I assure you, no one is less pleased about it than I am.
I think you need to be taught a lesson.
Do you feel that's absolutely necessary?
I do. Spare the rod, spoil the child.
Well, if you feel that's the only course of action that will appease you, what do you have in mind?
To exact my revenge in kind.
And how do you propose to do that?
You make the mistake of phrasing your question in the future tense. This act of revenge has already been consummated. A fait accompli, if you will.
I see.
No, but you certainly shall. For I have photography.
Darling, I see you've had the developers working overtime this week.
Quite so.
Well, these shots are certainly much clearer.
Well, they were posed for composition, clarity, and of course, maximum shock value.
And well worth the effort. I say, that looks very much like...
Your brother Geoffrey?
Yes.
And with good reason.
I see. So you've enlisted my sibling into your little campaign. Nice touch.
Thank you, dear.
And this other chap with the riding crop and the leather mask?
That would be your father, dear.
Lord Braxbury!
The same. He was most eager to oblige me when informed of my predicament. In fact, he obliged me more times than I'd have thought possible for a man his age.
Didn't know the old man had it in him?
We didn't. He had it in me, dear.
Most amusing.
I'd say it was quite a satisfying experience for all concerned.
Well, as long as you feel justice has been served.
I believe it has.
So, all's forgiven?
Yes, all's forgiven. But Reginald...
Yes, darling.
Don't do it again!
No, darling.
Would you care for some more eggs?
Oh, certainly, darling. Thank you, dear. Just the way I like them.
Her Majesty's a pretty nice girl, but she doesn't have a lot to say. Her Majesty's a pretty nice girl, but she changes from day to day. I wanna tell her that I love her a lot, but I gotta get a belly full of wine. Her Majesty's a pretty nice girl, someday I'm gonna make her mine, oh yeah, someday I'm gonna make her mine.